Great rise, great rise, great rise in the moonlights, beloved. You know who this is. You know what it is, right? It's your girl, Queen Goddess, the King Advocate, and it is Melanated Monday. So come on in, come on in, so we can start this discussion, okay? Hopefully, my ladies, my sisters will show up, and the brothers, just because I'm having a conversation about women doesn't mean the brothers don't need to show up. Okay. We always show up for you. So please return the favor. All right. So come on in. I'm give you all maybe 2, 3 minutes tops to come on in and join me. Tonight's discussion is Sister, where art thou? We were discussing the power and influence of women toward other women, how it affects men, and how it affects the youth and the community. Okay, I think it's important for us to do so. What's going on, Sister DJ? Thank you, loved one, for being here and on time. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you. Hopefully, other folks or a lot of other folks and sisters will come on in and join this conversation. I'm definitely going to have my phone line open. So if anybody wants to call in and join the discussion, feel free to do so. The number is 770-906-5271. 770-906-5271. Okay. I'm give you all time to get in here. I hope your day has been marvelous and wonderful and powerful and productive and all of those things as they should be. And if they're not, if it has not been, we're going to work on that today. Okay. We're going to call some things into being because we have, I don't even want to start the conversation just yet, but it's so much about us that we need to discuss and come together with. So, we'll give you all a moment, okay, to get in here. If you want to grab a pen and some paper, perhaps there'll be something here that will cause you to want to take note. If you would like to invite some folks to watch, please do so. This is your opportunity while we are waiting for others to come on in. Yes, ma'am. That is the goal, for it to be lit. Okay, that is the goal. Like I said, hopefully some brothers will come in here as well. I don't know why sisters we taking all day. Why we running late. We running late. But I appreciate you who are here and you who are here and who came and heard me and then got the hell off. I appreciate you too. That counts. Okay. So we give folks just a few more minutes to come on in and we're gonna start the discussion with the without them. We're gonna start it with the without. Okay. So again, the discussion topic for tonight is Sister, Where Art Thou? And we are going into the power and the influence of women amongst women and how it affects men and the youth. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start. Those who show up, show up. Those who don't, don't. Anyway, um, and that's all that matters, D. That's all that matters. I'm glad you're here. So obviously, like I said, like I always say, certain topics usually come up because I'm moved to do so or something has happened. Okay. What I've been noticing, let me do that. What I've been noticing is, oh, there we go. I'm sorry. Broken traditions. I gotta holler. Thank you, love, for being here. I appreciate you, bro. Please stick around. Okay. What I've been noticing is how a lot of women, and sadly, it's us women, have a tendency of not showing up and being really genuinely supportive of one another, not in our endeavors, not in our struggles, not in nothing. Okay. We'll say that we're there. We'll say that we will be there, sister. If you need anything, just call me. If I can do something for you, I'll do it. We say these things. I'm proud of you. Good luck with that. All those wonderful things we say out of our mouths. But when it comes down to actually showing that to be true, it falls a little short. What's going on, Anthony? Thank you, loved one. I appreciate you, darling. We fall short. And we have a Eve. I'm gonna say an Eve complex. We have that Eve gene. And I guess I'll have to go into that a little bit later. But we have that Eve gene that causes us to think a certain way. That and a Jezebel spirit. I'm just being honest. It may lie dormant in others. It may be very obvious in others, but it's there. Okay, there's a spirit of envy and competition. Um, that's enough, actually. Envy and competition is enough. So we don't see the benefits of empowering and being supportive of other women because there's the thought that she can't be better than me. I have to be better than her. It's an inbred competition. A lot of that is taught. Okay, it's taught throughout history and is practiced. So what was taught and what was practiced don't have to be the same thing. So tonight, what we're doing tonight is hopefully getting a better understanding of what has happened and what needs to happen in order for us to progress because it's not just about us. What we do, what we say, how we think, how we feel, how we move affects so many other people. I will say affects or infects so many other people. We have been told all of our lives that we are emotional beings, that we think with our hearts, that we respond with our heart. We respond based on how we feel about something, not necessarily based on the logic or information of that thing. And that has been true, sadly. Historically, that has been true. And responding from our emotional states has caused a disruption and an imbalance of things to occur. Again, it does not just affect us, it affects everything. Just as I spoke about the men last week, same thing with the women. You know, I'm always bear. Okay. So when we are out of balance, everything is out of balance. Nature is out of balance. The things that we want are out of balance. The people that we are connected to are out of balance. We have a particular type of energy that is only um, afforded to us, to the woman. It's a particular type of energy that only we have. And I talk about the masculine and the feminine energy. Males have a feminine energy as well at times, but generally speaking, we're always in ours, right? We're always in ours. Do we execute the masculine? Of course we do. However, um, I'm trying not to be all over the place. Is this so vital? And I'm just saying it that way. Is this so vital that one, we stay grounded. One, two, rather, we understand the power of who we are and what we are, what we're capable of doing. We can say things and we're so quick. See, and I got women, they jumping off. See, now when I start talking about the men, they show up like, girl, you're right, you're right. When I start talking about us, we out of here. It's all good. So anyway, we have we have um this way of being real dogmatic at the mouth, real dogmatic in response and in behavior, and we tend to show that angry black woman syndrome all the time. Do we sometimes have reason to be? Yes. Do we need to be that all the time? Absolutely not. We need to be able to separate things. You know what I'm saying? Separate what's feeling, separate what's fact, and deal with fact. Deal with that. And I say that on every level. I say that to men and women. And I know I'm all over the place and I apologize. I don't know what's happening. We're going in retrograde and I feel it. Okay. But as women, everybody looks at us. And as melanated women, everybody looks at us because everybody either wants to be us, literally, or wants to destroy us. You have men of all nationalities who wish they were Black women, melanated women. You have women of other nationalities who wish they were melanated women. And this is a fact. This is a fact, okay? Even though you have some melanated women that wish they were something else or try to act like something else or try to look like something else, we are in demand on many things and by many people, many nations. And we have to really learn to appreciate who and what we are because, like I said, it affects more than just us. We're being looked at, we're being scrutinized, we're being imitated, and we're also being replaced. Hmm. We're being replaced. That's a whole other subject, which we've already talked about. Um, which is why it's necessary for us as women to bond together. We need to be very supportive of each other. I'm going into all of this because of something that I have heard recently where a young woman was going through some issues with a man, okay? And the man was, well, he's somebody that people know in the community. He's known for, doing a lot of great things. And because of that, he's built a reputation for being an upstanding person, somebody that will do anything for anybody, that will give you the shirt off his back and blah, blah, blah. He's a good man. He's a good husband. He's a good father. He's a good provider. He's a good all of this type of thing. Um, that's what's being portrayed in the community, right? But behind closed doors, he's a dog. He's a rat. He's an abuser. He's whatever. He's doing all these other things. So the sister reached out to other sisters and was trying to explain to them what was going on and let them know that she needed to be supported. She needed some help. She needed some protection. She needed some advice. She needed somewhere to go, whatever the case was. And because the gentleman was so well known in the community, the sisters shunned the sister because there's no way that he could be this way. There's no way that you're telling the truth. I don't want to hear what you're saying. You must have done something. You must have said something. You must have provoked that because he is an upstanding guy and he's just that and he's just so loving and he cares about everybody. Okay, perhaps he does in the community, but at home with her, that's not the case. But the women, the sisters, turned their back on her because of their wanting to believe something that was not true. In the midst of all that, the woman that I'm speaking of is constantly under attack, literally under attack by this individual. Will show bruises, um, show evidence that something ain't quite right, that something is definitely going on in the household that's not being shown in the street. It's evident, okay? And she's reaching out for her sister's circle, her sister's support, and it's not there. It's not there. So, my question to the women is where are you? Where are you when we need each other to show up for each other? What does our circle look like? Sometimes our circle looks like a clique, and that's a problem because it's like if you're not part of of a particular clique, no matter what you say, you might be good folks and all that, but if you're not part of a particular clique, then people tend to shun you. They don't include you. They're not listening to what you say. They could give two shits about what you got going on because you're not part of this clique. Yeah, we feel bad for you and all, but we can't help you because you're not part of this clique. Sis, we are the clique. The whole sisterhood, the whole women is the clique. We relate on a lot many things, and we need to be bound together to show each other support, to be protectors if we need to, whatever the case is. There should never be a time when another sister can't go to it, or one sister can't go to another sister and get some type of help, get some type of support, some protection even. You said the cliques are an issue. We need to, absolutely, they're always an issue, because people that are not part of the clique are left to fend for themselves. There's nobody for them to go to. There's nobody for them to talk to. There's nobody protecting them. So imagine if you were this individual who is being beat down in every, and I mean every way, by this man who's also being supported by the brothers and other sisters. He's being supported, but the one who's being abused by him is not. She can't get no support from the brothers because the brothers support the brother, and she ain't getting no sister support because the sister supporting the brother. So who's supporting her? Who's got her back? Who's providing for her? This is a problem. And we look at it like, well, it ain't me. I'm sorry for you, girl. You need to just leave him. How? How? Where where does she go? Who does she turn to? If the group of people, those who call themselves being her girls, her family, her sisters, her friends, or whatever, turn their backs. This is one thing, and I've called people on this. When they say, if you need me, just let me know. If you need anything, sis, just call me. Let me know what you need. I got you. Okay, so they think I'm making a phone call. Uh, I need something. I need this, that, and the other. Oh, well, girl, you should have called me last week because I don't even have it. I ain't even got it, girl. I don't. You need to sleep somewhere overnight, girl. I ain't got no room. I got folks coming. My house dirty, whatever. You need some what? Some money? Mm-mm. See, I ain't even get paid yet, and my rent went up, and my utilities got to be paid, and this type of shit. This is what I'm talking about. I've called people on that. Oh, you say you got my back? Bet. This what I need. And it ended up being, I still had the same list. So if you don't mean that you got somebody's back, that you're gonna show up when they need you, that you're gonna support them when they call you, that you're gonna answer the phone and all that, don't say that shit. Okay, sister, don't say that shit. If you're not gonna be there, if you have no intention or no ability to do that, don't do that. Okay, don't say that you coming and you're not. What's going on, Monk? Thanks for being here, love. If you know you're not going to be supportive of your sister, don't tell her you're coming. Because what happens is, when you have expressed that you're going to do something out your mouth to anybody, since I'm talking to the women, when you express what you are going to do out your mouth to another sister, she is depending on you. She is counting on you to do that. So she's calculating her next step based on what has come out your mouth. Okay? You've made an agreement with her. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to be at your house at 9 o'clock. I'm going to give you $200 next week. I'm going to braid your hair tomorrow. Whatever it is you told her, she is basing her next move on what you said out your mouth. So when you don't come through for her, when you don't uphold your word for her, not only do you cause her to look at you a certain kind of way, like a liar, you may cause her to also not trust other women, not trust the so called sisterhood, and you may also be putting her in danger or causing her to be or stay in danger because you didn't do what you said you were going to do. I've had to call somebody on that also. Because you said such and such. I gave your word to somebody else that I was going to do something based on what you said. So, no, you cannot renege on what you said. I said that. You cannot renege on what you said because I told somebody I was going to do something based on what you told me. So, your word says is your bond. Okay, we want to hold the fellas accountable all the time. Well, you said you was gonna do this and you didn't do blah 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 blah. Well, how many times have you said you're gonna do something and didn't do it? Am I guilty? Hell yeah, I know I am. I'm gonna call you back. That nope. And it gets worse. I'm gonna call you right back. Right back. Be 4 years later. What you? Oh, you were still waiting. My bad. We do this. Okay, and sometimes it's on purpose. Sometimes it's not. You get busy. Whatever. Or that person is just not of a high priority or a priority at all. Or you just straight out lying. Have I done it? Done it. Okay. Guilty as hell. Absolutely done it. But, and wait, I'm going to but it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. If you know you're not going to be participating in the individual's life, don't do it. And the post that I had up there, one of the pictures has a little girl. This is what's most important in this whole conversation. It shows a little girl saying, I need you. Where are you? I need you. Because what's happening? How we carry ourselves dictates how we're treated, how we're responded to, how and if we're respected, and what we desire, right? So if we carry ourselves in a way that says, I don't care too much about me, mm, I might do my hair, I might not, I might brush my teeth, I might not, I might take a shower, I probably won't, whatever the case is. And then you go outside with all of that there, and other sisters see you. You know you're getting talked about, and because it's women, it's a representation of other women. You may not think so because you're an individual, and I get that. But what happens is we get classified based on a few. The mass gets classified based on a few. So if you have 100 women that are well dressed, well groomed, financially stable, got their own this, that, and the other, whatever, that's great. But then you got 25 that's completely the opposite. They not groomed at all. They have nothing and want nothing, but they're in the midst of the 100 who are the complete opposite. Who's getting the attention? Who's being um, more categorized? Who is being looked at as, well, this is what they do. This is how they perform. This is what they're like. The one that the 25, the 100 are being categorized based on the appearance of the 25, even though it's 75 more of the great ones, right? The 25 showed up in the midst of, so now they represent the rest. You understand what I'm saying? They represent the rest. It's not so much about the number, is you're in it, the association. You're in the midst of these people. Oh, so this is what y'all are about. This is what y'all do. Just like when you talk about some of these female rappers, and I ain't mentioned nobody's name because I don't care. But some of these female rappers have they have their own individuality. They do what they do. Okay, old school, new school, it don't matter. They do what they do. They present themselves the way they want to present themselves. But here's the thing: because they are also in the public eye, and they are in a industry with other female artists as well, they are setting a precedent. They're setting a standard. They're setting an expectation of what the other women should do, what they should look like, what they should talk like, how they should present themselves. It's already set. Oh, this is what you looking like, and people paid you to look like that and to say these particular words and to move this particular way. Oh, okay. Well, then we going All these other female rappers or singers or whatever gonna come in and do the same thing because they want that same clout, they want that same money, they want the same attention, whatever it is, because somebody set a precedent for that. Somebody said, this is what we about, this is what we do, this is how we carry ourselves. So now it's an expectation that everybody, that every female carry themselves that way. And then they're wondering why a certain type of treatment is being given to them in this industry because it's been set. The precedent has been set that the female must be or look and dress and sound a particular type of way. This is our expectation of you, woman. This is what we're expecting you to do and be and sound like. We're expecting this, and we're expecting this of every woman now because it was set. The precedent was set. You understand? Overstand what I'm saying. How we represent ourselves, even when we're by ourselves, has an effect on other people, how they see us, how they treat us, and even how they want to be or who they want to be associated with. The 25 can overshadow the 100 just because they're in the midst. How we carry ourselves affects everything and everybody we are connected to. The young girl that I had posted on the promo, little girl, I need you. Looking up to a woman, I need you. I know you and I are alike. I can tell. We got the same kind of hair. We got the same kind of body parts naturally. We do some of the same kind of things. You call yourself mother or you call yourself sister and female naturally. And I'm female naturally. So I'm going to be like you when I grow up. But where are you? What are you doing? What are you showing me? What are you teaching me? What are the values that you're giving to me? If I'm saying I want to grow up like you, and you've grown up to be something undesirable, I'll say it like that. You've grown up to be something undesirable, but I see myself in you, then that means I'm going to grow up to be like you, that you're setting the precedence for what I'm supposed to be, right? Because I'm young, I'm impressionable, I don't know any better. So I'm going to take on the characteristics, the traits, the behaviors, all that you're doing because I'm mirroring you. I'm seeing myself in you because you are the sister, you are the mother, you are whatever you are, you older than me, you ought to know better, but you don't, and I certainly don't. So I'm just going to follow the leader. But where are you leading me? What are you leading me to? What are you causing me to do? How are you causing me to think? What values are you giving me? What are you showing me? How am I supposed to represent myself, particularly when I'm by myself, when you're no longer here, when I'm in the world and I'm old enough to be by myself? What have I learned? What's going on, Stephanie? Thank you, loved one, for being here. What are you showing me? What crown? You say I'm supposed to be a queen. You've been calling me princess all my life, which means if I'm a princess and you older than me, then that means you're a queen. But your crown come off at night. You put yours on the wig head and brush it out or something. Your crown come off at night, or your crown come off when homeboy come over and y'all getting into it, and your crown come off at night, right? Hello, beautiful. Your crown come off. But I'm supposed to grow up to be like you. I'm supposed to mirror you. I'm supposed to grow up to be a queen. But my reflection, that queen, her crown comes off. So, and I don't necessarily mean literally, but her crown come off. How she carries herself, that come off. It's not real. It's not all the time. That's where are you? What am I supposed to do as a young girl? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to be emulating? What am I supposed to look for, look toward? What's the expectation of me? Because I'm following you. You understand what I'm saying? If you all want to call, feel free to do so. 770-906-5271, 770-906-5271. Tonight we are talking about the influence basically of the woman, the sisterhood. Where art thou? It's too many times that women are not there for other women. We don't show up for one another. We say we will, we do, we love you, girl. I love you, girl. You my sister. Blah, blah, blah. And 2 minutes later, you're talking about like she's a dog or won't show up for her when she needs you. Whatever the case is, we do this. And I said, I'm transparent. Have I done it? I absolutely have. It wasn't that long ago. Okay, I got a phone call from somebody. I looked at the phone. I let it ring. Yeah, I don't want to talk to you, and I didn't. I didn't answer the phone and didn't call back. Guilty. Okay, I'm being honest. I don't really vibe with you like that. Like you do what you do, but I don't really kick it with you, like that for real. That was honest. Was it foul? Hell yeah. But it was honest. What I'm saying, I'm not trying to justify it, but what I'm saying is stop doing it. If you know you ain't down with somebody like that, don't give them false hope. Don't make them believe that you their sister. Don't make them believe that you're going to be there, that you are trustworthy, that you got their back, that you're supportive, that you're going to really keep to your word. Sis, if you need me, call me. If you need something from me, I got you. If you're not going to do it, don't let it come out your mouth, because it affects and infects how women see other women. We see other women as competition, which means we're not going to help you, because if I help you, you're going to do better than me. You're going to get more attention than me. You're going to make more money than me. You're going to do something over me, and I can't have that. You are competition to me. What's going on, Javaris? Thank you for being here, loved one. This is what we're doing. We're being competitive with one another. We don't want to do the three-legged race and be tied to each other and cross the finish line together. We don't want to do that. We want to hog tie sister girls so we can go across the finish line by ourselves and then look back at her, see, yeah, I beat your ass. Yeah, why? Why are we doing this? That's a question. Why are we doing this? Why are we in such competition with one another that we cannot help one another, that we cannot be supportive of one another, that we cannot be protective of one another, that we can't really come to one another's aid when we need it? Why is that? That is a question. We are taught and conditioned. There is some history behind it. We are taught and conditioned to be competitive, that we have nobody. We have nobody. No, nobody. We have nobody. Everybody is competition. Willie Lynch, okay? That whole programming, it's still in effect. We are taught to look at our sisters, our mothers, our grandmothers, our friends, our dark skinned people, our light skinned people, whatever. We're taught to look at them as enemies, as competition. So if everybody is our competition, if everybody is an enemy all the way around, who do we have? Who and what do we have? I mean, we can't go nowhere. It's called isolation. You by your damn self. That means everybody is by themselves. I'm trying to think, what is the saying? Not all for one. Um, to each his own, and it's another one, but it's about being by yourself, doing things by and for yourself. I can't think of what the saying is. But if that's the case, it's no wonder we can never do anything together, because we have the mindset of separation. We have the mindset of being apart. There's no unity. You can't be unified if you're not on the same accord, if you don't think the same, if you don't move the same, if you don't have the same goals, if you can't be supportive of one another. There is no unity. It's just you and it's me. You and me, not unity. It's you and me. This is a problem, sisters. This is a problem. People are watching us. Like I said, in particular, melanated women. Everybody is watching the melanated woman. They want to see what our next move is, because they either going to repeat it or block it or have a reason to talk about it. Everybody is watching us. That's right. I can do bad all by myself. Absolutely. See, not just the sisters, the brothers as well. Oh, yeah. I talked about that last week. Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, last week was about the brothers. This week is about the sisters. You know how I do. I keep it fair. But absolutely, this is a problem. If you want to call 770-906-5271, 770-906-5271. Sister, where are you? Where are you? We have a responsibility to be what we're created to be. We have a responsibility to do our part to maintain the balance. We so out of order, so out of order, so out of balance. We have a responsibility to do our part, to play our role, to stay in our energy. We have a responsibility. We have way more power as the divine feminine than you realize. We have way more power as a divine feminine than you realize. And the men even know this. How we carry ourselves, how we speak to them, how we speak about them, how we speak up for them, or how we speak against them has a lot to do with how they respond to us, how they show up for us. It has a lot to do with that. There's almost nothing a man won't do for a woman based on how she carries herself, how she treats him, how she respects herself. There's almost nothing. Wars are started because of the influence of a woman. Fights are started because of the influence of a woman. What's going on, Mr. Greer? Thank you for being here, loved one. I appreciate you. So many things are started because of the influence of a woman. Households are built and destroyed because of the influence of a woman. Contracts are created because of the influence of a woman. Men are put into high positions, higher positions because of the influence of a woman. Come on now. It's been said behind every good man is a what? What they say? Behind every good man is a good hmm? Yeah, woman. We got to think about this. If we need to be healed, which we do individually and collectively, then we need to start that process. We need to start the process of healing, healing ourselves from our own childhood injuries and adult injuries that have piled up on top of childhood injuries. We got to start healing so that we represent our true divine selves because we're not walking in it. So when people see us, they're seeing a misrepresentation of us. They're seeing a falsehood of us. They're seeing only what we're putting out there. They're seeing the hurt of us, right? They're seeing the damage of us. They're seeing the scarred of us, the traumatized of us. They're not seeing the healed us, the empowered us, the goddess us, the empress us. They're not seeing that because we haven't embraced that. A woman said to me years ago, I had done an interview on a radio show. She's passed, she's deceased now. She called herself basically trying to call me out. Okay. And at that time, I wasn't very, extremely boisterous as I am now, believe it or not. Um, but she called herself calling me out because of Queen Goddess. Okay. She's saying that well, I don't know why people call themselves queen and goddess all the time and this is that and that, trying to go off on it or whatever. And then she goes into telling me what the book definition of what these words means. And I knew she was going to do that. I'd already known she was going to do that. So I let her, say what she was going to say. And then she says, well, a real queen wouldn't let somebody just disrespect them. She did it like that. A queen wouldn't let somebody just disrespect them. And I'm just looking at her like, you right. You are so right. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, something else that it wasn't queen. I'm thinking something else. But, like I say, at the time, I wasn't very boisterous with what I have to say. Uh, I'm going to address that shortly. But yeah, she called herself calling me out. So what I said was, first of all, uh, let me explain to you who I am, okay? And why Queen Goddess is who I am, okay? Um, I said, Goddess is my birthright because I am the feminine version of a God. I am the feminine God. I could still just say God, but I like Goddess, okay? So I said, so I'm an heir to a God. So I have the right to claim it because I am an heir to a God. I said, now, as far as queen, I said, queen is more than just something you say because you want to feel good about yourself or you want to tell somebody that so you can make them feel good about themselves or it just sounds nice or whatever. I said, queen is a position of authority. There are responsibilities to that because a queen has nations, right? She's in charge of nations or a nation or a group of people, whatever. She's in charge of that. There's a leadership in that. She will cause and call for war if it's necessary. I'm a warrior, ma'am. Okay. Um, this is a position. It's not about me needing to feel good because I didn't call myself this. I answered to it. I didn't say, well, I'm going to call myself my name. No, I answered to it. So her thing was to try to dog me, to try to put me down. One woman to another, she tried to put me down. And then after the show, that was a good show, sis. Bitch, I'm sorry, if you don't get your fake ass on, did you do that for real? You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, I said not, I'm not, because that's what I felt. That's what I felt. Because that was disingenuous of her, you know. But this is what we do to one another. We'll dog each other or be passive aggressive with it. And then afterwards, after we done said what we're gonna say to them and around other people, then we want to act like, oh, girl, I was just playing. You my girl. Mm-mm. We not doing that. Yeah. Oh, see, if you didn't know, yeah, I do. A lot. Sorry, I do. But Phoenix, what's going on, loved one? You said, does she have a king? Now, which she are you talking about? The one I was talking about, as far as the person who was dealing with the being battered and didn't have anybody to go to. So no, to answer the question, if you're talking about her, no, she's single. She does not have anybody, which is a problem as well, because who she thought she had and what she thought she had was not that at all. So to answer that question, no. But yeah, this is a problem, and we've been taught to continue the problem. We have little girls who are growing up looking at the problem as if that's what they're supposed to be when they grow up. They're looking at a bunch of damaged females as if that's what they should aspire to be when they grow up. I'm going to be damaged too. Matter of fact, I'm going to be more damaged than you when I grow up. You just watch. Yes, fuck your feelings. He said at that point towards her. Absolutely. Indeed. Absolutely. Yeah. So these little girls are growing up with a misunderstanding, a false idea of what a healthy woman is supposed to look like, how she's supposed to carry herself, the expectations of her, the power of her. Because as a whole, again, women, us, melanated women, have not healed. We have not even addressed the foundation of our injuries. Some of us have suppressed for so long the issues that have caused us to be damaged. We've suppressed them. We act like they're not there. Or because we've suppressed them so long, then they start to become normal. We've normalized trauma. That's just who I am. I've been going through it for so long. I'm used to it. Whatever case is, you see a repeated pattern. It's no longer a pattern, it's just normal. These are problems. These are problems. We have to heal because we are affecting and infecting other women, men, and our youth. Even with the young boys, they look at us too. They're looking up to us. Why? Because they have mothers. A young boy's first crush, first love is his mama. He loved his mother first. That's the first woman he's in love with is his mother. How she carries herself, how she treats herself, and how she treats him is how he's going to learn to treat other women, or how he's going to learn to expect other women to be. If his mother is slutting out every day, smoking whatever every day, all day, sucking whatever, whoever, however, every day, and he's seeing all of this, what do you think he's going to expect from a woman when he gets old enough to get one? And then he don't even have to be old enough to get one. He's seeing it. You know, little boy, when they start going through I think I like girls type of whatever. I saw my mama do this. I need you to do that. Come do that. And don't think it don't happen, okay? Because it happens. You got 5, 6-year-olds going out here getting oral sex and fingering stuff and yeah, trying to penetrate with their little thanky. 5, because they've seen it. Or the male in their life or around them has taught to them or allowed them to see this type of behavior and said it was okay, it was all good. And little dude, why don't you watch this, little dude? You know, y'all know how y'all talk, right? To a child, to a 5-year-old. So to him, it's in his mind now. This is normal behavior. This is what to expect now. You're 5. It's etched. By the time a child is 5, male or female, by the time a child is 5, who they're going to be, that's it. Now they're just picking up stuff. Who they're going to be who they are by the age of 5. After that, they're picking up, they're absorbing everything. They've absorbed everything. By the age of 5, they've absorbed stuff. So that has developed who they're going to be. And sadly, we are fucking these kids up. I mean it just like that. We fucking these kids up. Our behavior, our thought processes, um, what we're saying, what we're not saying, what we're doing, we fucking these kids up. They're growing up to emulate what they see, what they hear. And like I said, as women, we have a great responsibility because everybody is watching us. Everybody is watching us. As melanated women, we are supposed to be ambassadors of the Most High. And I'm going to say it like that. We're to be ambassadors. We're supposed to show people what God looks like in feminine form. Y'all too, men, y'all supposed to let people know what God looks like, masculine form. But since I'm talking to the sisters, we are supposed to let people know what God looks like in feminine form. And based on our behavior as a whole, I can't blame folks for being heathens, atheists, Satanists, whatever. I can't blame them based on our behavior. If they're watching us to say, well, what they do, what y'all come to class, we're gonna watch these people and how they behave. That's what you should do. They're coming to class. Okay, take notes. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be a wonderful educational day. Let's learn. Let's sit back and learn. Watch. And then it's like, wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. What are we watching? What did you say? Oh, well, we weren't expecting that. We weren't expecting you to say that or to look like that or to do that. Matter of fact, how do you even do that? You know what I'm saying? So we're in the center of everything. We're the center of everything. What we do is being watched very carefully. Would you say what happened to our great women teach that part? We teaching people, kids how to twerk and give head and put on wigs and wear nails out to here. How they washing their ass, I don't know. Um, how to trick dudes out their money. How to, you know what I'm saying? That's what we teaching. We're teaching how to take the word wretched and make it ratchet. You know what I'm saying? We're teaching that wretched, ratchet. You know the word is wretched, right? That's the word, but we have made it ratchet. So yeah, that's what we're teaching. We're teaching that we are raising the very thing we say we don't want. We don't want no broke. We don't want no cheating, no liar. We don't want this, but we don't want an abusive this, that, and other. We don't want this, that, but we're raising this. We're teaching them to be this. Why? Because we're behaving in that manner. We're doing those things that we say we don't want. We're doing it. We're teaching by behavior. That's what happened to the teachers. Okay. 770-906-5271 if you would like to call. 770-906-5271. Again, tonight's discussion is the power and influence of the woman amongst other women, excuse me, and how it affects men and the youth. Men pay attention. They don't just look at how good you look. They're not just looking at how big your whatever is. It's not that. They want to see how you carry yourself, how you represent yourself. That matters. Because if they have children, if they have a son, they're gonna say, see her, you don't want no woman like that. Or you see her, you want one just like that. But the just like that, what is the just like that? You know what I'm saying? You want one that you can respect, that will be respectful of you, that will honor you, that you can honor and be and protect her. And you want one like that, or you want one that you're gonna have to have your Glock sitting by the bed every night because she might flip out on your ass and ain't no telling. We determine that. The only way we can determine you want one like that, the one you take home to your mother, the one that's protected by the community, not just her man, the community is protecting her. You want one like that. The only way that's going to happen is when we heal. When we heal, when we are no longer projecting illness, when we are no longer projecting trauma. What's going on, Phyllis? Thank you, love, for being here. I appreciate you. When we are no longer projecting hurt and anger and disgust and disappointment and envy, jealousy, all of that. When we can honestly say, sis, I see you as my sis. What you need, I got you. And be honest with it. And got them, okay? I got you, got them. Honestly. If you can't do it, if you can't do it, you can't do it. Okay? It's different if you just cannot. But if you know you can and you just ain't, don't say I got you when you know you don't. Because you're going to be held accountable for what may happen to that individual because you gave your word. They're depending on you to do something, to show up because you said you were going to show up. So when you don't show up and they're waiting on you to show up, that's a problem. No worries, loved one. I'm right here and you're right here. You made it. We do this too often and we do it so easy that it's become natural. It's normalized now. It's normal for us to run off at the mouth to say any old kind of thing, knowing we don't have no intention on making that thing for real. We ain't got no intention on having your back. No, we might stab you in it, look you in your face, and girl, let me give you a hug and stab them from that way while you're hugging them. Two daggers. Where we at? It's so many things that we need to be doing as women, as a collective, as a whole. So many things that we need to be doing because things are shifting. If y'all don't feel it, things are shifting. And there is a calling and a requirement for that feminine energy for the women. And this is for real, for the women to show up in their divine feminine because we are being charged with the change. We're being charged with the change. That's what's up, Phyllis. We are being charged with the change. If we don't fix it, it won't get fixed. If we don't fix it, it won't get fixed. We are powerful, very influential. But how we utilize that power and influence makes a difference because a lot of women, they know they're powerful, they know they're influential, and they use it in such a that's not what I'm talking about. You don't have to use your influence to tear somebody down or to trick somebody out of something, to hurt somebody, to cause trauma for somebody else. Don't do that. We don't even have to do that. Use your power to heal. Use your influence to heal, to help somebody heal, to heal your own self. Use your influence to do that, to cause somebody to see the best, the greatest, the highest, the goddess in themselves. We have the ability to cause a man to see the God in himself. Hello. We as women have the ability to cause a man to see the God in himself. If you've ever paid attention, women in a church situation, women dominate the church. Women dominate the church, right? When the men come, the woman brought him, or he came because of her. He ain't generally just going up in there, okay? Not to say that all are that way, but generally speaking, he coming with his wife, he coming with his mama, he coming with his girlfriend. He ain't coming by himself, and he damn sure ain't coming with his boys, right? Let's be honest. He coming because of the influence of a woman. And this is real. So if he'll come to the church building, or if he'll show up at a parent meeting, or if he'll go to a classical musical, whatever it is, because of the woman, what else will he do because of the woman? He'll change his whole everything about himself. He'll want to because of the woman, the influence of her. He'll see himself as, or he'll at least try to see himself as she sees him, as a God, as a king, as a powerful being, whatever. He will see himself the way she sees him because of her influence. This is why it's important, women, when I say, go tell a brother, you the bomb, you a king, you powerful, you're necessary, you're appreciated, I respect you. Say it. See how he changes. I told a brother Friday that came into the job, FedEx, he was picking up a package to take back. And I said, I appreciate you. He says, thank you. I said, no, 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 no. I said, I appreciate you, black man. And that changed everything. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you for that, sis. I appreciate that. I needed it. It matters. The influence of a woman changes everything, changes the frequency, changes the vibration of everything and everybody that she comes in contact with. She changes that. She causes it to change, to elevate. Use the power and influence that you have in the way it was given, in the way it was intended. Be supportive to your sisters. If I'm saying as women, we have this influence and this power, why would you try to destroy it in another woman? Why would you step on the neck of your sister if I'm saying as a whole, as women collectively, we have a power to change things. We have the influence to make what's wrong right, to fix what's broken. We have the ability to mend what's broken. We have the ability to make change for the better. Why would you step on her neck? Why would you cause her to feel shame and feel low and feel alone and abandoned and less than? If together we share this power, we have this ability, why, sis, would you not grab the hand of your sister and pull her up so we can continue to use our influence to grow and to cause the change that we are being charged with? Somebody, give me an answer. If you would like to call, 770-906-5271 is the number. 770-906-5271. Last week, I talked about the men and holding other men accountable. Sis, women, same for us. We have to start holding each other accountable. If you know a woman is out here doing the most, okay, be it by herself, to herself, or for herself, and it's toxic, say something. If you know she married and she out here messing around with 99 other guys, say something to her. If you see her carrying herself in something less than positive, say something to her. Say something. Check her. We scared to check each other. Why? Because we're gonna have cat fights. We're gonna be fighting. You're gonna be a bitch this and a bitch that, and I'm gonna take my wig off and I'm gonna take yours off and I'm gonna pop these nails off and we're gonna lay hands. Cut it out. Cut it out. Why are we doing that? Why are we get into a masculine energy? Now we want to throw hands because we're trying to correct each other so that we can be the best us. Why are we doing that? You want to fight me because I'm calling you on a behavior that's destructive to you and us. It's destructive. Even if it doesn't directly affect me, it's going to infect me because you are one of me. You are a part of my tribe as a woman. People look at you and your behavior and say, women, I'm one of those. those women. I'm one of those. And they're basing everything, they're basing what you do, or basing what all of us do on you, because you are amongst us. You have claimed to be one of us. So this must be what us do. Must be, because you said you are a melanated woman, or you're just a woman, or you're just an. Okay, so if you're that and this one look like you, then, and you say you, okay, so this is what y'all do. Okay, bet. Right. This is why you have so many men who say black, and I'm sorry, black women ain't shit. Black women are our enemies. Black women always want to do this. They always mad. Black women gold diggers. Black women can't be trusted. Black women, blah blah. Huh? Am I lying? Am I being real? Am I being honest with what I'm saying? Fellas, y'all can chime in. Am I lying? Am I exaggerating? Am I telling an untruth? Ladies, too, y'all hear it. You know, if I'm telling an untruth, correct me. Exactly. I'm being honest. Y'all know I don't take sides. When it's wrong, it's wrong. When it need to be corrected, it need to be corrected. And we need to be corrected. We need to be corrected so we can heal. We need to heal so we can grow. We need to grow. Why? Because it's life. We're living. We cause things to grow. We give life. We give life. We bring life. We bring life to life. We are raising these minions, these characters with no life, no direction whatsoever. We are raising some shiftless individuals that don't want nothing, no direction whatsoever, no idea whatsoever, no willingness, no drive, no nothing, almost soulless beings. We're raising this because they're imitating us. That says the men, if what we're looking at, we don't like it, we got to check ourselves because we gave birth to it. Same thing I said to the men. We are the receivers of you. You put into us. If you don't like what we dish out, check what you deposited. You said this is an unfortunate cycle. Right now, we're in the stage of everyone for themselves. That one, everyone for themselves, every man for himself. That's what I was trying to think of. So thank you for that. Absolutely. Everyone for themselves. Absolutely. That's what we've been taught anyway. That was the part of the conditioning. That was part of the Willie Lynch planning. Every man for himself. That's why, and every woman for herself. That is why we're right here. That is why there is no unity. Everybody is for themselves. That's why we have the mindset of I'm competing with you. I can't help you. I can't do nothing for you, sis. Good luck. Brothers too. But that is exactly why every man, everyone for themselves. Well, how are we supposed to do anything together if we all hermits? We all in hermit mode. We all just by ourselves. How? How does this work? How? See what's gonna happen in a minute. And if y'all not paying attention, you better. Um, it's a thing called AI, artificial intelligence, robots that are created and constantly being created and updated and all of these things to replace people. Um, Black women, melanated women, you are on the list. We are on the list of replacements. I said it out loud and I hope you heard it. We're on the list of things to replace. Take a look. Look around. Look around. You have beings that alter themselves physically um, to imitate you, okay, and dare you to not call them woman. Dare you. I'm a woman. Oh, because now they can give birth, right? Right. They can have menstrual cycles. It's beyond that, honey. It's beyond that. Beyond that. But yeah, they can do all of these things that a woman, a real natural born woman, can do because they're being created, right? You don't think that this is the time for us to be clicked up as a whole because we're being replaced by AI and just some other artificial shit, just some throw togethers, pieces parted, put it together and call it a woman. That we gonna call that a woman. We're being replaced. Hello, can I? Are y'all listening? They're working to replace us. They're putting our parts or creating imitation parts that function into other beings so that they can duplicate what we do naturally. And we got the nerve to not be supportive of one another. We got the nerve to stand on each other's necks. We got the nerve to be dogmatic to each other, to want to fight each other, to want to buck up like two dudes with each other. Huh? We got the nerve to do this, to not want to stick together and really unify and build with one another. We got the nerve to do this when we being replaced. Huh? Do y'all understand the severity of what I'm saying? I know I started this out a little slow and all over the place, but do you understand the severity of what I'm saying? This is serious. This ain't about your sister, girl. Be nice to your sister. Just be nice. It ain't about that. Because sometimes you got to be harsh in a way to correct her out of love and out of necessity. It's out of necessity that we correct each other because we are being replaced. It's out of necessity, sis, that I tell you you fucking up. And I got to tell you just like that because I needed to hit you just like that. So you correct your behavior. I need to provoke you, sis. I don't want you to feel good. I don't want you to leave here and be encouraged. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to say you gave a good word, sis. None of that. I want you to be provoked to change your behavior, to change your thought processes, to change how you treat your sister, your friend, your mother, whomever, that female counterpart. How do you treat her? How do you respect her? How do you love on her, support her, protect her, defend her honor, defend her honor, defend her honor? Huh? How do you do that? How do you represent her? Because see, sometimes we got to represent for the sister who don't have enough strength to represent herself. Sometimes we have to be we have to be her mirror. Sis, okay, I'm in a better position. I'm strong. I'm in my goddess. I'm in my empress. I'm in whatever. I'm in position. I can do this, that, and the other. You don't have the strength this yet. Let me give you some. Let me give you some because I know I'm being poured into because I got all these other sisters. So I'm not going to lose what I pour into you because I'm being constantly poured into. So it's always flowing. So if you need something from me, let's do this. Okay. I got you. Right. For real. I got you because you need some help, sis. You need to be able to have enough strength to get up on your feet again. You need to have enough strength so you can see yourself again. So I got that. Don't worry about if I'm gonna lose something. I don't lose. I don't have nothing to lose. So I got all my sisters behind me. They keep pouring into me, and other sisters are pouring into them. This is the cycle. This is the circle. This is it. This is the sisterhood. Ain't nobody losing nothing. It's constantly flowing. And where is it going? If it's a circle, where it's gonna have a beginning and an end. No, it don't, because it's coming from right here. Hello, it's coming from right here. Did y'all see that? Divine intervention, pouring into the daughters of the Most High, constantly pouring into the daughters. You're not going to ever be without. I got you. I'm constantly pouring into you. My cup always full. This is what we need to be doing. We cannot afford not to be showing up for one another. We cannot afford it. The replacement is real. Again, look around. Look around. You can't go into a department store in your section and not find somebody that ain't got no damn business being in there. You got to fight with somebody that ain't got no damn business being in there for something that you want off the rack because they want it to. Nick, go to your side of the store. First of all, how about that? This sweater, this skirt right here, this dress, this is for me. This is for us. Not whatever you got going on because you feel like you just want to identify as something today or this week or this month or this year. No. But we're accepting this. We're accepting it. We're accepting it. I'm accepting my replacement. I know you're here to replace me. I'm going to accept you with open arms. I'm going to love on you. I'm going to give you all this love, girl. I'm going to give you all that. But my sister over here, for real, you an enemy. You my competition. Get the hell out of here. I want y'all to hear how this sounds. Process this. We're going to give all of our love, all of our attention and support and affection, all of this to our replacements. But to our sisters, I'm going to shun you away. I don't get it. If anybody else got an answer for me, I'm all ears. I don't get it. This is what's happening. Sister, where are you? Sister, where art thou? I need you. The little girl is saying, I need you. I need to see me. I need to see who I am. I need to see what I will become. I need to see the possibilities of what I can become. The influence. I need to see that. I need to experience the influence of being a woman. I need to experience that. I need to know the strength of a woman because I'm in the strength of a woman. I need to know this. I need you to show up for me so I know how to show up for somebody else. I need this, sister. Where are you? We have a responsibility to each other, to our men, to our children, to our community. We have a responsibility. We are charged with the change. We're responsible for causing things to change because we are the influencers of everything. We were created this way for a reason. There's a reason women have the ability to influence. It's a reason for it. According to how it is written, man being created first, it is not good for man to be alone. Therefore, a woman was created for him, as it is written. He need a woman. He need a woman. Why? Because it's something about a woman that a man can't do. Huh? It's something about a woman that a man cannot do. He's not equipped, and I'm not talking about just physically. He's not equipped to do it. Therefore, he needs the woman. There's something about her that balances him out. It balances everything out. She's necessary. She's necessary. Get yourself together, sister. We got to do this. We have to do this. We have to, because our survival depends on it. Literally. Our survival depends on us unifying, protecting, supporting, uplifting, promoting, provoking. All of this, it depends on these things. Literally. You see, that's what I told a 45-year-old man. Man and women need to be together. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you want to call in before I get off here, let's do it. 770-906-5271. Do you all have any questions or any comments or concerns, anything you want me to address before we make a left? Again, for those of you who will watch the show or who are coming in later, whatnot, I appreciate you. We have been discussing the power of the woman, how that affects other women, how it affects men, the community, and our youth. We have to join together. We have to bind together. We have to. Our survival literally depends on it. Literally. Okay. All right, my lovelies. Well, if there is nothing else, I think that I have given you everything you need to have, at least for this evening. I hope you take this all in, let it sink in. Men, I'm also charging you at this point. Okay, so just because the show was about and for the women, I'm charging you also. Share the video with a woman, have a conversation with some women, empower some women, let them know the power that they have, the influence that they have. You all are also teachers. This doesn't go one way. You are also teachers, because we do a lot of things for the man. You are also influential to the woman. If she needs to be checked, then check her. Don't be nasty. Check her out of love and correction and for the survival of us all. You said so many women have taken the idea of being an independent woman to the extreme and don't know how to be vulnerable. What you say. So here's the problem. And I'm glad you said the independent woman, because the independent means she by herself and don't need nobody else to do nothing. Okay. And that's a problem, because yes, she does. It's not a problem to be self-sufficient, meaning you have the ability to take care of yourself and your affairs. You have the ability and the skills to provide for yourselves and possibly others. You have the ability to do these things, but you are also allowing yourself to depend on others, to let them be and do what they need to be. You are wise enough to respect the position and the duties of your man, your male, your divine masculine. You respect that, respect their position, their energy, their abilities. And allow, I hate saying allow and let, but those words, let him be a man, allow him to be that, appreciate him in it, respect him in it, help him in it, support him in it. But you are absolutely correct. An independent woman. is hell to a man. I'm just saying. Self sufficient, that's fine. Independent, not so much. Okay. Anything else? I want to say thank you to everybody that that shows up, particularly you all over here on YouTube. Um, yeah, I appreciate y'all when you show up, when you have something to say, and even if you don't, if you just listen, you go back and watch. If you share the video, whatever it is, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you over here on Facebook too. Y'all know this though. I say it all the time. I'm more on Facebook than I am on anything else. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. So, but yeah. Okay, loved ones. So with that, meditate on that. Remember it. Share this video. Have conversation about it. Um, be provoked. Change. Sisters, you are being charged with the change. So make it happen. Okay? Brothers, support the sisters in causing the change. Support her as well. It's a mutual support, a mutual respect, a mutual love and honor. Mutual. It means it goes both ways. If you pouring into me, I'm pouring into you. The cup is never empty. I'm glad you were able to make it as well. What you're saying, Monk, is that a lot of that attitude comes from just what you spoke on. Um, comes from not being able to depend on the word of others, right? Love you, sis. You said a thing as you okay. I said a thing. That's what's up. I appreciate you. I love you too, sis. And I'll be seeing you. We're gonna have to. Okay, you know what we do. Outside, what's going on, loved one? I appreciate you. Great vibrations. I'm getting ready to get up out of here though, but please go back and watch it, okay, and share it, especially to the sisters. Go back and watch it and share it to the women because they need to know this was all about us today. Okay. All right, beloveds. Until next time, I will see you then. And you know what it is. I love you on purpose, with purpose. Okay. All right. Peace.